guys, it's Full Cards here, live and direct from Montreal, Quebec. In front of me today, guys, I have a box of 2021-22 Upper Deck Series 1 Gravity Feed to We Bleed Read Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. So here we go, guys. This is a retail box, and it's the one that dispenses the retail packs. So we'll pop this puppy into formation. We'll talk a little bit about my bracket for the NHL. The Leafs win. I don't know when I'm going to post this, but I assume it will be after Game 5. But let's get into it, guys. So configuration 8 cards per pack, 36 packs per box, which is a lot of cards base set 1 to 200. Young Gun set 201 through 250. Within a box break, guys, 9 Young Guns because it is 36 packs divided by 4, 75% opportunity for an Upper Deck Young Gun canvas, and 5 Upper Deck canvas, 3 honor rolls, 2.6, I think, of the Upper Deck portraits, true 2 of the electromagnetics, 2.25 of the debut dates, 2.25 of the hundo piece, 1.8 of the rookie retrospectives, because I think it's 1 in 20, 3 dazzlers, which are red, 1.5 of the dazzlers blue, 25% dazzlers pink, 25% opportunity for those, and a 30% opportunity for the Upper Deck portraits, short prints, because those are in 1 in 120. 50% opportunity for the rookie retrospective jersey parallels. Dave with the Cups, super, super rare, 0.5%, I believe. So this box was 140 Canadian. Obviously, there's nothing to crunch and crack with regard to this thing. In other words, I'm not gonna have to peel off any plastic. I should be able to open this up. Yeah, there you go, guys. So here it is. Young Guns, Cole Caulfield, Zegras, everybody knows the drill at this point. Tanner Jeannot, Logan Thompson is the guy I want. Philip Gustafsson, who might be actually a pretty decent player. So a bunch of guys you can get, Spencer Knight, etc., etc., etc. I've hit Swayman twice and other things. And let's rummage through these retail packs. So I think those odds are consistent with the odds here, but inconsistent with some odds on other sites. So let's rock and roll, baby. And we have a little boop boop thingy, and let's do it, guys. And I'll have to go really, really quickly, guys. Unfortunately, Trevor Moore has just been a beast. Grice, Burns, Kerfoot, and our first Upper Deck canvas would be Grubauer. So goalie mojo right off the bat. Troy Terry, Giroux, Bachfist, and the back of the cards, which we are familiar with. In my bracket, I had Leafs over Tampa Bay, and all my friends from Toronto were texting me, woe is me, after the first period, and I was like, dude, they're gonna win this game. And, you know, it's 2-2 in the series. Why are you guys melting down? And, of course, they came back. And Soupy was great in the second half. I really enjoyed that because I have them in my bracket. So that's awesome. A lot of people wonder, how can I be a Habs fan? And there's Joel Edmondson, Kuzi, and also support the Leafs. The older I get, I don't live in Toronto, so I don't have to deal with people cat whistling me. Also, I just love the team. I absolutely love the team. I have them in fantasy. I had enough of Leafs fans eating their own. You know, if they can't run with this team, like, who exactly are they going to run with is my question. There's Logan Couture, boom. Pierre Dubois, Jack Hughes, Jack Eichel, and Matthias Ekholm, number 14. Right, I have Florida out early-ish. I actually have them going out against Toronto. Toronto beat them. I have Toronto going to the finals against the Avs. I did have St. Louis over the Wild, which a lot of people think is crazy, but I'm just going with the more sort of teams that are just gearing and have the fortitude to get it done. And our first Young Gun is Jeremy Davies. We're gonna get 9 Young Guns, guys, so we'll get all shapes and sizes. Chikrin, Bratt, and Tyler Johnson. It's drafted by New Jersey fairly late. New Jersey, man, why do they keep on winning the lottery? It's getting to be annoying. I know everybody's gonna ask me about the Habs because we won yesterday, but the real winners were, of course, Jersey moving up so much. Myers, Thompson was just lights out. Another Upper Deck canvas, and it's Mika, and it's kind of a cool looking shot right there. Jake Allen, Adam Fox, Tarasenko, and Dandanov, and another one of the boop boops. I mean, I'm happy about Wright, but I feel like we won the draft a year too early. Bedard is Connor McDavid good. Wright, you know, a lot of people saying, comparing him to Sean Couturier or another first-line center like O'Reilly. I think that's a fair comparison. You know, it's good that he's a center, and we'll see how he develops. But he's not even necessarily a consensus number 1, which is something that concerns me a bit. I think we had the 3rd pick in the Kotkaniemi draft, and we had the 3rd pick in the Galchenyuk Yakupov draft. So those are, I mean, they're good players, and we sort of picked KK because he's so young, and we thought he had a high ceiling, and he still might have a high ceiling. But they're not Bedard, man. They're not Bedard. He's putting up numbers at 16 that no one has done since Gretzky and McD. So there's Laffy. A lot of people are talking about trading him for Laffy. Debut dates of Heponiemi. Debut dates. Hulk, Tavares, and Jack Hughes Lafreniere. Checklist. Mostly so we won't get all the acetates and stuff like that, but we will get 9 Young Guns. So for whatever that price is American, like $100 American, 110, whatever it is, we do get 9 Young Guns. So that's the benefit of these gravity feeds. Gerard Puljujärvi, and our second one is Kiersted, Matt Kiersted. Max Domi had a good year. Greslik, Tolvanen, and Justin Falk. There are 2 Falks. There's one with a U and one without it. The one without it has already retired. Kiersted, undrafted. Not easy to make that Panthers team, so that's something to be mindful of. We have another one of the Keith groups. All right, Andre Platt, Natchez, Pesci, Iafallo. Oh, cool, we have one of the red ones. Oh, nice. A beautiful red Cale Makar Dazzler. That is wicked to hit one of these. I think it's 25% opportunity for these. Am I right about that? Gortruba Eberle. No. The pinks are 25%. The reds are 3. Because it's 1 in 12, 36 divided by 12, you receive 3 is what I'm trying to say. First grade math, Lowry, Verhaeghe, and we hit the Mark Michaels. These are a bunch of Young Guns I have not hit, so I'm sort of filling out my set. De Kaiser, Roslovic, Keith, and Keith wiped out the other day and cost him a goal, and Cousins. Jean-Gabriel Pageau, Riley, he's looked good. Jason Robertson, and Kirill. Taves, another Upper Deck canvas, received a bunch of these, and there's Stammer. Carlson, Miller, and Kirill. I loved the Leafs comeback the other day. I mean, I was really rooting for them, and I was on the edge of my seat, and I just love Original 6, guys. I mean, I just support Original 6. I want my friends in Toronto to receive a cup in their lifetime. That's what I really want to see. As I said, they're so highly skilled, it'd be nice to see them cash in. And there's the Trevor Zegras honor roll. Okay, so we did receive a Zegras, Kadri, Bobrovsky, and Sergachev. It's like the fact that people melt down that we traded Sergachev for Jonathan Drouin. And the reasoning, of course, we needed a quasi-center. He could have been a center. He definitely had high ceiling. And people are still melting down to this day. It's like, guys, let it go. I mean, think about all the great trades we made and people we picked. We picked up Petrie for essentially nothing. We picked up Danault for absolutely nothing. You know, so I think on average, we've done fairly well, and we've been rebuilding our team, and we had 14 picks? We have 14 picks this draft. So, you know, patience, guys, long view. But to me, it's all about getting Bedard. I hate the fact that we win the lottery the year before Bedard. That just breaks my heart. Comper, Tierney, Delorier. Oh, another Young Gun, and Shane Pinto. Okay, finally a decent one. McAvoy, Gensel, and Kevin Hayes. Shane Pinto was a first pick of the second round by your Ottawa Senators. 6'2" center. And another, you can see how easily you get nailed if you have sticky fingers at Walmart. Another red, so here's our second red. Behind the Walker, we have Braden Point. He has not shown up in that series. Jeff Petrie. I just, you know, my friends saying, well, they don't play defense and all that. It's like if you watch Toronto all year, they played a ton of defense, man. And Soupy was a little bit inconsistent down the stretch, so that's the only thing that you have to guard against right now. I think everybody's firing. I mean, the top line is going nuts. And we hit a second Trevor Zegras. That's really cool. So rookie one. Does this mean that this is one of the short prints? They actually have short print ones. I could check it, look it up to make sure. And there's Archibald. Yeah, so that Zegras by definition is a short print because the short prints are 1 in 20. No, 1 in 120, which would be a 30% chance if you put your 36 at the top here. 120, Backstrom, Krug. You know, people are saying, oh, well, they're decimated on D in St. Louis. It's like, Krug is always injured. I don't know if you've been following the NHL for the past 5 years. Joe Pavelski, who's still freaking monstrous. Aho and Darnell Nurse. So I saw all the experts on ESPN, and all of them said Wild. All of them, like 5 or 6 of them, said Wild over St. Louis. It's like, how do you overlook a team that's that deep? We'll see if they win. I'm not guaranteeing a win, but they were my pick. I think Jerry's skating. That's a good thing. And there's Morgan Barron. So we actually hit the Barron again. I believe I already hit him. Vanacek and Adam Henrique. Josh Norris, another superstar. Konechny, Ty Smith, Marcia So, and there is the Upper Deck portrait of Patty Kane. and Dubois and Jack Hughes. So we will have a ton of duplicates if we have over 300 cards, I'm assuming. Yeah, so who else did I have? I had the Canes over Boston. I actually had the Rangers over Pittsburgh solely because I thought Chesterkin would steal the series, but betting against Sidney Crosby is sheer stupidity. Philip Forsberg, Hundo P of Austin Matthews, my man. I actually also guaranteed a goal of his in the third period last night. Just because Stammer had a goal first overall, Edman had a goal second overall, Tavares had a goal first overall. I thought it would be apropos for the winner to be our man. So there's Middleton, Keaton Middleton, Brad Johnson, Jake Allen again, and Adam Fox, who seems to be drafted high in fantasy every year now. When I say high, I mean like second, third round. Another YouTube. Another canvas. So we have Tage Thompson, another monster. Zach Parise, Sagan, and there is the OV with his gray flow at this point. And people who are down on the Leafs and who turned off the game after the first period yesterday, like, think about how hard it was for OV to win his cup. It took him 12 years. And think about how hard it is for Florida to beat Washington, given how robust and tested they are. Well, there's the Wade Allison Young Gun canvas. So that's really nice to hit one of these. These are beautiful things. I think 50% opportunity, what was it again? Something to that effect. John Tavares. I think they're 1 in 48. So actually 1 in 48 would mean 75% opportunity, guys. Because I think usually they're 1 in 48. Yeah, they're 1 in 48, but we have 36 packs, right? So as opposed to 24 packs, so that makes sense. Laffy, Greenway, and Romanov. Jack used Laffy, Grzelcyk, and Tolvanen. I feel like we've already hit that pack, that exact pack. Jack. Man, oh man, so many packs. This is just bonkers. 9 Young Guns. I think we received 1 Caulfield or 1 Zegers, but the odds of that, 9 on 50, in other words, play 9 by 2, so it's 18% opportunity. There's the Laffy, that's pretty nice portraits. Kapanen, Strome, Peterson that is, and Mesnikov. Yeah, 18% opportunity to hit the Cole Caulfield. You'd think with 36 packs you're guaranteed, but only 9 of the 50 card checklist. Our last spread. All right, Demko, Kachuk, McDavid, Gurianov, and Kirill. That's a pretty cool red one of Kirill. Coyle, Weber, Sean Monahan. Weber was at Lafleur's funeral. I drove by his funeral, and it was pretty special stuff. Chance O'Gee in the crowd. All right, Bear, Johnny Hockey. My issue with this team, they're a great team. I'm not saying it. They're a little bit, and they get a ton of shots. They don't always score. I'm a little bit worried about that and the fact that so much production comes from the top line. Pasichnuk, okay? Zucker, Schmaltz, Carlson, and David Perron, who's a monster when small ice. All right, Pasichnuk, undrafted D. Paper, Arizona State. All right, there's the big cat who's been middling. Oh, look at that. Yeah, there's our duo right there. Brendan Gallagher, I wonder if he'll get moved. And Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner, who's the magician, of course. And Jason Robertson, another magician. Yeah, OEL, Marchand, there's Crosby, Hart, and another Vasi honor roll card. Timo Meyer, as well as the Heiskanen, Natchez Pesce, Iafallo, and the Tyson Barrie. And this is this a black? I don't think it's a black. It just looks like a black, right? Yeah, not a black. It just looks like a black, right? Just similar to a black. Yep, Everly. Oh, do they even have blacks in gravity boxes in retail? Maybe not. That's the drawback about retail, guys. It tends to be none of the cool acetates and goodies like that. It's really just about chasing young guys. Varlamov, Braden Shen, Shabbat, and there's the Lankinen. Saw a lot of action this year once Flower was traded. That sucks in fantasy if you draft Flower, assuming he's going to play a ton. And then he gets traded and they split duties right around the time you start your playoffs. There's our blue. 1.5 blues, and we hit the Jacob Chychrun, who had a terrible year. All right, guys, last couple of packs. Let's see whether we can negotiate another young gun, hopefully a good young gun. I haven't even hit any of my goalie mojo. This is tragedy, guys. Tragic box here. Hischier, we do have Dahlin, and look at this. We have another canvas, and it's Rick Rack sitting on his behind. There's Flower. I like his new gold pads. They're as good or as nice as his yellows. Interesting that they started him and not Talbot. I guess they wanted somebody with 5 cup appearance pedigree, although he is getting a little bit long in the tooth. Stevenson, Anderson, we do have something here. I assume that's a young gun. Wood, Riley Smith, I was gonna say Ty Smith. And behind the Eller, we have the Hauser. I have not hit the Hauser yet. Michael Hauser. These are all guys, for the most part, I haven't hit yet. That's pretty good. He looked decent, half decent in his few appearances this year. Last couple of packs, guys, last couple of packs. Hundo Pizzle. Silverberg, Farabee, Stahl, Sean Couturier, and Willie Nylander. He's been actually getting some pretty big goals. And Tim Stützle, another guy who should break out. And our last pack, guys, tell me it is a young gun. It looks like a young gun. It does not look like Zegras or Cole. But, however, it is a goaltender, and it's the UPL. So we hit the UPL. Yeah, I mean, before he was injured at 917 save percentage. So that is pretty decent, guys. That's pretty decent. So that's basically it, guys. Wow, a gravity box of this stuff. That is a lot of cards. So guys, I will be giving this box of cards away along with a bunch of other cards. So please be sure to sub like #Drawn. That'd be full cards live and direct from a place called Montreal, Quebec.